Now we got to head to Washington.
Oh God.
Trade deadline approaches, and there's speculation that maybe Antonio Gibson might be traded. There were teams calling for Cam Curl. Didn't happen. But there were two defensive linemen that were talked about for the last few days now. And we actually had an episode yesterday talking about the commander seeing what was going to happen with the team. Was we see that Montez Sweat was being talked about in trades, and so was Chase Young. First trade that happened was Montez Sweat get traded for a second round pick to the Chicago Bears. Chicago Bears have their own cornerback who, did not reach a contract. He requested a trade today, like around 12 p.m. So he had about 4 hours to be able to find a team, and he's still in Chicago, so he didn't go anywhere. And I'm talking about Jalen Johnson. He was the 2027 round pick, and we all know how good he's been all season long. We didn't know before. Carl did. He called it out before. So but he brought light into it, and we actually see exactly where he was going. And he was a hot commodity, but nothing actually happened. Then Chase Young gets traded to the San Francisco 49ers for a third round pick, which was basically like a comp pick. Seems like to me, it seems like the Commanders are pretty much starting all over. I could be wrong, but we actually have a Commanders fan on the show, so we're gonna hear from him first. So Mark, what are your thoughts? You got two of your best defensive linemen now gone. What's going through your head right now, man?
I mean, so Josh Harris don't owe the current players or the coaches or anybody anything. So if he wanted to go clean house, he could go clean house. But what they did was traded two D ends, which it's going to be two big contracts, $1 million in cap space next season. So we're like the third or fourth largest cap space next season, and we got 9 picks in the draft for that. So I mean, if we was cleaning house, I'm pretty sure we would have got rid of more players. Like even Terry probably would have got rid of a lot of players if we was really cleaning house. So I don't believe we're cleaning house. I do think Ron Rivera, if we keep losing, he will be fired in the next coming weeks. Um, and Eric Bieniemy gonna step up as head coach, interim head coach. But like I understand the move because these guys don't owe Josh. Josh Harris is that's not his people. The new ownership, you see what's going on, and just start over on the DN side. We still got two great interior defender. Two interior linemen with Deron Payne and Jonathan Allen. So yes, we did lose two big tight ends. First round draft picks, but we still have Casey Hill. He's actually playing well once he gets his snaps, and we still got Andre Jones. We drafted from Clemson, I believe, and I don't know. I'm sorry. Yeah, and then we got KJ Henry still. So I'm not really. Is it KJ Henry? I believe it is KJ Henry. It's DN. So I'm not. I'm not. I'm not thinking we clean the house. I don't think we're gonna tank or anything like that. We still gonna be competitive. Still gonna try to win. So that's how I feel about it.
Okay. Yeah, I'll pretty much give my thoughts on it just strictly from the 49ers point of view because 49ers is my team. For all who don't know, that is my favorite team. Um, we we didn't give up a lot for Chase Young, who was a former first round pick. It was a third rounder. We have plenty of compensatory picks that we've gotten because of things that happened, along with Mike McDaniels, who became a head coach, Robert Sala, who became a head coach, and then just recently
D'Amico.
D'Amico Ryans, who became a head coach with the team that he actually played for, the Houston Texans. So because those guys got head coaching opportunities, we were compensated for that, and that helped us get a lot of picks that we needed. We even got a fourth round pick from Dallas because we traded away Trey Lance. So all these things continue to happen for us. And then with Mike McGlinchey going to the Broncos, we got a compensatory pick for that as well. So it wasn't like a high second or first round pick that we gave up for him. So I feel like it was a good spot. And this is something that we need help in. Um, I believe we were only getting like 38% of pressures all season, which is not really good in the NFL. Chase Young is actually one of the highest um, defensive linemen with pressures this season. Him and Nick Bosa. So now you pair both of them, which pretty much helps out. And now you got Chase Young, Nick Bosa, you got Javon Hargrave and Eric Armstead in the defensive line, along with Fred Warner and Dre Greenlaw. So this should help out. There was a deal. There was a deal made that was agreed to with Vadori Jackson, but that didn't fall through. But I feel like it was a win-win for both teams because, like you said, Mark, it created cap space for you guys. You don't have to worry about giving somebody big contracts. And the thing for the 49ers is even if he does not resign, it doesn't hurt us because we didn't give up a lot for him. And we pretty much still have good cash space if we decide to give him a contract because we have 25 million in cash space right now. So if we want to give him a contract, we could. But I think I also don't believe that you guys are tanking either. But I want to see exactly how the defense plays now with two of your best defenders gone. Carl?
All right. So my thoughts on the trade, Commanders. I thought y'all would keep one because I know both of them were looking to get paid, but I figured you pay one and let one get something for one. And when I saw Sweat was gone for a second round pick, I honestly thought Chase Young was staying. One, he's the hometown guy. I saw somewhere somebody says your most marketable player. I think he's second behind Terry. Again, huge in the community, being from here, going to DeMatha. So I thought for sure he was staying once I seen Sweat was gone for a second. Honestly, was a shocker. Now, the 49ers, in my opinion, got away with a finesse.
Oh my
They
God.
trade Chase Young. They get a third. If Chase Young decides to walk in free agency, they get a third round pick back. So they basically lose nothing for trading for Chase Young. It's basically like, I don't know if y'all bet, but I said in the chats, this is like a no sweat bet of a trade. He works out, you pay him, fine, you had the money to pay him. If he works out, he wants to walk, fine, we get that third round pick back. So it's a no sweat bet trade. Honestly, I kudos to the 49ers on that. Commanders, I'm pretty sure with y'all first pick in the draft, not the first, y'all first. I'm not saying y'all gonna be first, but with y'all first pick in the draft, it's gonna be at the edge. Somebody on the edge. I said Jerry Verse in the chat, but I think Jerry Verse might be gone. I think y'all pick is gonna be too high or too low. I always screw how that works, but y'all not gonna be able to get Jerry Verse. Y'all won't pick high enough to get Jerry Verse. I don't know how they're ranking other guys. I really like Jalen Green out of James Madison. I don't know if he's able to come out yet, but already 15 and a half sacks on the year. He's a baller. But y'all are for sure drafting the edge rusher now in the first round. Decided to forget drafting another receiver or another corner. It's for sure a DN now. So with that being said, though, it saves a lot of money, which is cool because then you can spend money elsewhere with free agents coming out next year, which is fine. It helps. It definitely helps build the team, and then you can just build another DN prospect from there. So I'm not too mad at it. You get a second and a third. Those are really valuable picks.
Yes, they are.
It is. It is. So with the Commanders having $90 million in cap space next season, Mark, what do you expect to happen in the offseason? I know the season is still going on, but what do you expect to happen, whether y'all make the playoffs or not?
I mean, it's dependent on what's like. I know they are going to re-sign. They're going to re-sign Cam Carroll. So that's one re-sign I know that's going to happen in the offseason. So I mean, I think they're going to probably get another lineman, another couple of linemen. So I think that's where the money's going to go offensively. With the money, like a lot of it going to probably go to the offensive line. Once they bolster the offensive line, the offense is really taken care of. Really, they might and they probably let Antonio Gibson walk. So I don't know if they're going to re-sign him or not. And then on the defensive side, yeah, we did draft Emmanuel Forbes, maybe Del Rio. Maybe he's just put in the wrong situation most of the time. Every time they put him in, they put him on the best receiver. So it's like, throw it at the rookie, and they getting the best of him. So it's like hopefully it didn't hurt his confidence, so we don't have to draft another cornerback because they were still coming in asking for the corners that we do have. So I don't know. Maybe trade Kendall Fuller, during the offseason. So it just depends because it is new ownership. So I really don't know what to expect because they don't owe nobody on this team anything. they didn't get nobody hit. So I mean, even coaching wise, they didn't choose none of the coaches. So I mean, I don't know really what to expect, but I do know like this season really is going to be competitive. This season still a good team in my opinion. So
What are you expecting to happen with Ron Rivera? You think he's going to last another
this
week,
is like
or do you?
this is last season. I know they do say they want to see it play out, but I know I didn't really get to come on and talk about the Eagles game or whatever, but it's like I was upset about the ref situation, but I mean, it is pivotal moments in the game where Ron Rivera could have changed the outcome by calling timeouts or, just being a better coach. His timing being better, but he's just too slow to react because everybody on the sideline, telling him to throw the flag, like challenge it. So I mean, I can't point out one or two plays and saying we lost the game because of one or two plays, even though they were pivotal, but it was still another, it's a 60-minute game. So them, 15 to 30 seconds won't even really matter. But I think he's gone if we lose to the Patriots, and he's gone probably the following week if we lose to the Patriots. But I don't think we're going to lose to the Patriots. But yeah, if he might get fired maybe week 16, week 17, week 15. But he's definitely not going to be here next year.
Okay. Yeah, that's definitely something interesting to think about. But we have some other things that happen in the NFL today. The Eagles, traded away a couple of players. But no, that was yesterday actually. Sorry. So Eagles traded away some players yesterday. Didn't make any moves today. They were also one of the teams, along with the Bills and 49ers, that were interested in Jalen Johnson. But like I said, that did not fall through. The Chargers actually went and got not the Chargers, but the Bills actually went and got Rasul Douglas. Am I saying his name right? I think
Rasul Douglas.
Rasul Douglas from Green Bay. So they got some DB help.
Thank you for staying to the end. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe, and also hit that notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening on any podcast platform, subscribe and hit that notification button, y'all, so you can be notified we put out another podcast audio. And last but not least, hit that share button. No matter what you're listening to or watching it, hit that share button and send it to somebody that you know that would love to watch this episode you just listened to. So once again, thank you for staying to the end, and we'll see y'all in the next episode.